Good evening. I must say that I really have enjoyed reading your profiles, wikis, blog entries, and I look forward to learning more about all of you as the semester unfolds. If you have any further questions of me for my profile or my input, feel free to question away. Probably the biggest question for you was, why is a white woman teaching Afro-American history? This is a really great question, one that I'll answer in more than a single story as the class unfolds. You'll probably learn way too much about me after the semester is over anyway, with the exception of my social security number or my credit union account number. If you are continuing to have problems with your computer, please contact the help desk and or know that you can download certain apps from our library for free. Also know that I put Harriet Tubman on reserve, not Harriet Tubman, the book on Harriet Tubman, on reserve at the Madison College Library should you need to get your hands on a copy. And I'll be doing the same with the Johnson text shortly. The present module, is about laying the foundations of the African continent, humanity, and Afro-American history. For as I always say, if I were teaching Irish American history, I would not start in Boston, or maybe I should say Boston, but rather on the Old Sod. And the same thing applies here, but even more so if we are starting on the Old Sod, not just for Afro-Americans alone, but for all of humanity as well. I hope you enjoyed the first lecture material, as I really appreciate your brief response papers and questions relative to it. I hope to answer all of these great questions that you posed by next week. Go ahead and check out the plethora of posts in the Lennox Lounge, and as always, know that you can post anything that you think relevant to our studies this semester. In particular, I'd like you to read the post about Colin Kaepernick and his stance on the national anthem, as well as the information about the new National Museum for African American History and Culture, which opens with great fanfare next weekend. Please make sure to check your grade center weekly at least. Every other day would even be better. It's very important that you do this, as I usually make my comments on both your initial posts as well as include my commentary with the grade score. I've also noticed some practices that I think need improvement. Make sure that you're keeping up your typing and grammar etiquette, as many people are slipping into texting mode, which really takes away from your contribution. In addition to posting your contribution to our discussions, make sure that you add a follow-up question or commentary to your fellow classmates and or mine. This would be a lot easier, I believe, if people would start looking and posting their entries earlier than Thursday evening, which is right before our weekly course deadline. I know this because I can view when people last check into Blackboard and when they finally post their entry, and I do not want to start mandating that people start commenting on the last person who posted, as I find that to be very demeaning and very maternalistic. Therefore, if you believe any of these practices apply to you, please try changing or revising your practice of checking into Blackboard and revising when you post your entries. Procrastination in this instance can definitely negatively affect your participation and even your grade. Online classes, for this reason, among others, can be more difficult, as you really have to manage your time to ensure your most beneficial learning experience. And as always, finally, if there's any loose ends that I need to tie up, or if there's any improvements that I can make, please let me know. And enjoy the week. Thank you. Bye.